What a beauty. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Key West Waterman. My name is Aaron Young. It is a beautiful October morning here in Key West. Winter is upon us. It's starting to cool off. Definitely got those winter feels. But to bring you up to speed, we are headed up to Islamorada for the week, actually, to stay at one of our favorite places, La Jolla. And we're supposed to check in at 4, so I was going to leave around 2 and just head that way. It's about an hour and a half ride for me, maybe 2 hours, depending on the seas. But I figured it's nice out. Why not just go early, fish all day, and then come in and check in at 4? So that's what I'm going to do. Madeleine's actually going to drive. She's not going to be with me. She's going to drive the truck up. That way we have a vehicle. But it is just a beautiful, beautiful October morning. So I am ready to go. I've got a bunch of rods. She's got all the dive gear and stuff. I'm by myself today. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate calling my shot, and I'm not going to call my shot, but I hope to try for some queen snapper. I've never caught queen snapper. We don't get them in Key West. You can get them down by the Ford or Pulley Ridge or up by Islamorada. So that's what I'm going to do. Do a little bit of deep dropping, and hopefully we can locate one of the elusive queen snapper. I've personally never caught one, and it's very high on my list. I've never even tried for them, but I've asked a few people and have a pretty general idea of what I'm looking for and kind of the tactics. So that's the name of the game today. I've got a little bit of a ride. I'll bring you along. Hopefully it stays smooth like this, and I will see you when I get up there. Got about 10 more miles. Really hadn't been that bad of a ride. It picked up a little bit because I'm offshore. I'm at 700 feet, but not bad at all. All right, so I'm out in the middle of nowhere. A tanker over there, a freighter or something. So as I said in the beginning of the video, I have never done this. I've never tried for queen snapper. I've done a lot of deep dropping in the past, so I have a general idea of what I should be looking for, the technique, the rig, but I don't really have any spots. So I studied some charts and watched some videos of like depths and stuff of what other people were doing. So I've got some areas I'm gonna search, and I'm here, so I'm gonna drive around, see if I can mark anything, mark any life on the bottom, and kind of go from there. It's probably gonna be a long, boring day for the most part because I don't have spots, but that's half the fun for me, and I will consider it a win. If I catch one queen snapper, I will be thrilled. So I'm gonna get to searching. I'll get these rigs and the reels put together, and I'll show you what I'm fishing. All right, let's talk about rigging. I'm gonna have 2 rods available because I wanna try 2 different rigs. These rigs I actually made myself. Used a 9/0 circle hook, 100-pound mono for the trunk or the backbone, and then the legs are 100-pound fluoro. Actually, I think this leg is 100-pound mono. That leg is 100-pound fluoro. But everything's 100-pound monofilament or fluoro. I did glow beads on one rig. One rig I'm not going to do glow beads, and I'll fish a light just so I can have different options. But that's the rig I'm fishing. It's all 100-pound, 3-way swivels, all crimps, no knots. I made it this long, not because I think I'm gonna catch 4 fish at a time, or that's not the reason I have 4 hooks, but I made it this long because I wanna be able to cover ground. I wanna be able to cover area in the water column. From everything I've seen, these fish will be up off the bottom a lot, like a barrel fish, so that's how I'm gonna treat it. If I'm fishing for barrel fish, typically I'm gonna scale down a little lighter and have a long rig that I can cover area in the water column. So those are the rigs. They're pretty much the same. I'm gonna have this one ready to go, so when I find some bottom I'm interested in, just fishing squid just like that. And that's what we got. Let's get to searching. So it actually didn't take long. I found this little hump. I'll give it a look. I'm a little deeper than I'd like to be, but I think the consensus was anywhere from like 600 to 1,000, just like other fish, they can be in different depths. But I found this little hump. The first time I hit it, it had a little speck of life on top of it. So like I said, a little deeper than I would like to start, but I think I'm gonna give it a look. I got a good feeling about that one. Going down. All right, so we are on the bottom in 900 feet. So I'm gonna bring this up a little bit, 15 feet, 20 feet off the bottom. I don't want to hook anything else but the fish. That was right when we got down there. I was gonna say I don't want to hook anything on the bottom like a snowy or a tile. They're closed right now. So I brought it 15, 20 feet off and something grabbed it right away. That was pretty cool. But typically a snowy or a tile fish isn't going to come up off the bottom. The tiles are gonna eat within a foot or two of the bottom, and a snowy will rarely come more than 10 feet off the bottom. I got color. This is a really long leader, so I gotta hand line some of it in. It's a shark. The last thing I was hoping for. Sorry, dude. Couldn't get that lucky that fast. He's bleeding pretty good. I think these are cookie cutter sharks, but a shark tells me that there is life down there. So I'm gonna send him back down. I should know better than to think I'd catch one my very first try. But that does tell me that there is life down there. I'm gonna try that again. The best snowy grouper spot I ever had, or have found, whatever you wanna call it, I caught 2 sharks back to back first, and I almost left, and on the third one I caught like a 45-pound snowy. So, and caught countless big ones after that. So I'm not gonna get discouraged by one shark. I'm gonna try at least one more drop there. There's something really small ticking on the way up. Whatever it is, it's not big. We got a Rosie? I can't tell. The old black belly. Oh, he fell off. Come here, little dude. A black belly Rosie. He may go down. I'm not sure. You'd think he'd float, but he swam right back down. He was just a small one. You can see him. I don't know if the camera picks him up. He's on his way down. It's going to be a long trip, but figured he'd float after that. But one shark, one small Rosie. I'm going to move along to the next. Not the greatest spot ever, but I do like to keep track of them, even if they don't produce. On to the next. Camera wasn't on, but something smacked it. Like something's playing with it right now. I got some really good marks on the screen. You're not gonna believe me, I actually found this spot. I don't know if the camera will show it. It's like the water's really turbulent over here. It's like almost white capping. And if you have a really bad current this deep, it'll come off the big faces in these points and it'll make the water turbulent on the surface. So that's actually how I found this spot. This is about the most promising marks I've seen. They actually look like fish and not bait. That looks like actual fish like swimming around. I might try this one a couple times. I definitely had something bumping into it. I don't know if they were trying to eat the bait or nudging it or something, but there was definitely something down there. All right, on the bottom. Bring it about 10 meters up, 30 feet or so. That could be the completely wrong move, but got some decent marks up off the bottom, so. Typically, if I'm fishing for barrels, that's what I'm looking for, is some life. So I had the camera off, kind of gave up hope. I've just been continuing checking spots, and I had a bite. It's 2:20, and I finally hooked a fish. It was fighting. I was probably 50 feet off the bottom. It's been fighting the whole way up, which normally is what a tile will do or a barrel fish. But I don't know. We will see. I've got my fingers crossed. It's getting a little late in the day. It is a queen snapper, baby. It is a queen snapper. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hold on. Let me get this sorted. Oh, I can't believe it. It is 220. It is the first fish I've hooked. I hooked on the same kind of marks. I hold this fish up real quick and then we'll get it brained and bled. Oh my gosh, my trip is made. That's all I wanted to catch. Oh, not a monster. Perfect little eater, but just look how gorgeous that thing is. Oh my gosh. What a beauty. I did it! I cannot believe I caught one. So I'm gonna brain it and bleed it as always. We'll get a better look at this thing. They're just such a cool fish. This is my first time ever seeing one alive in person. I was on the verge of giving up. I definitely was discouraged, but gotta be one of the coolest looking fish we get down here. Just such a beautiful fish. The colors are unbelievable. And now I've caught one, so now I have so much more confidence on what to look for on the machine, what depth. I was about 50 feet off the bottom when I hooked this, so now I have a little bit more confidence to fish those spots, you know? So, here we are. My first queen snapper ever. Took me, what time did I get out here? 9? Been out here 5 or 6 hours with absolutely nothing happening. I'm beside myself. I'm so excited. So excited. Thank you, buddy. I will not be disappointed going home with one, but while I'm here and I have found them, I'm gonna try at least for 1 or 2 more. So you can see, coming in that same mark again, they're just up in the column. Up off the bottom a bit. So cool. I cannot explain how excited I am right now. This is just really cool. Put the time in and got lucky and found one. I'm gonna do a couple more drifts, but I've always wanted to catch one of these close to home, and I know they get them in the Bahamas and stuff, but it's cool to catch one down here in the Keys. And just it's just a cool looking fish. I can't get over it. I know I've said it 50 times, but such a cool looking fish. I cannot wait to taste it. I've never even eaten one. So I fished for probably another 2.5 hours or so. I tried 2 rods, switched the rigs up, tried lights, no lights. I actually hooked a few fish that came unbuttoned on the way up that acted similar. Just could not keep one on. So very cool. Could not be more excited about that. It's a lot of work for just one fish, but like I said, if I caught one, my first time, if I caught one, I'd be thrilled, and I am. But I'm gonna head back. We gotta get settled in. Got a lot of unloading to do. We may head back out here tomorrow. I'm not sure. This isn't gonna be a very exciting episode. I caught one fish the entire day, so maybe we'll come back out for him tomorrow. Like I said, see what Madeleine's feeling, and we are certainly gonna at least cook and eat that thing. I've never tried it. Everyone rants and raves about them, so I'd imagine they're pretty good. But I'm gonna head back. Got about 35 miles left. We'll see you guys at La Jolla in a bit. Like the perfect amount of chop, just get a little bit of air under the boat. It's 1.9, doing 38, almost 39. Somebody lost a paddleboard. Oh, there's mahi all over the place. That is a big school of mahi. That is cool. There's a couple decent ones. Some of them are small. That's a nice one right there. I can single out the smaller ones, or the bigger ones, excuse me. bad little bonus critter, I will certainly take it. Love some Maui. I want to take a quick second and give a huge thanks to La Jolla Resort and Lodges for making this video possible and for having us back up. La Jolla is located on the Bayside in the heart of Islamorada and has quickly become one of our favorite places to visit. It's honestly kind of becoming a tradition. This is, I think, our 3rd year doing it. But if you are interested in visiting, La Jolla has 30 standard rooms and suites available for nightly rental. They also have 2 houses on site if you have any larger groups. On site, they've got paddleboards, kayaks, a pool, hammock, outdoor grill, pretty much everything you'd need. Not to mention the incredible sunsets we see every time we're there. They really are just a treat to see. For you fishermen, they have boat slips available if you plan on trailing a boat down. If you don't plan on bringing a boat down, they're actually doing something cool now where they are working directly with some featured guides that they have, that if you want to get out and do some fishing and book a trip, they will pull the boat over and pick you up directly from the dock, which is really neat. I love that they're doing that. La Jolla is smack in the middle of Islamorada, located within walking distance of several restaurants, breweries, a ton of shops. And for you fishermen, there's actually a tackle shop and bulk ice machine about maybe 300 yards down the road. I've actually used several times and had to visit the tackle shop a couple times. It's a short drive to the world-famous Robbie's and the History of Dive Museum. If you are planning a trip to the Upper Keys and would like to check out La Jolla for yourself, use discount code Waterman10 for 10% off your stay. What a warm welcome, right?
Perfect. If I want a midnight swim with you.
Midnight swim? I think this is how the Jaws movie started.
It's okay, you're with me.
Oh, look at the moon over here.
Wow. Oh, I'm gonna put a picture.
Look at this moon. I can't get over it. Is that not unreal?
It looks, these palm trees are picturesque. They're just perfect.
Oh, you're in my shot.
Sorry.
It's just unbelievable. But we are going to leave those fish on ice tonight. You know how much I love to let my fish rest. I'm kind of tired, so I think we're going to go to dinner and fillet those fish tomorrow. We'll have those. We'll cook up that queen snapper. I've never filleted one, never even eaten one, so I'm excited to try it out. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. We are going to break it off this evening, and we will see you mañana. Good morning. I lied. I feel defeated by the queen snapper. I'm happy that I caught one, but I feel like I don't understand them, and I feel like they won. So I'm going to change my tactics and rigs a little bit and head back out and give it another try. Madeline is going to sleep in a bit. She's got some stuff she's got to do today anyways with real estate, so it's going to go solo again. We're actually going snook fishing tomorrow, so I'll bring her out for that. If we get done early today, maybe we'll go troll for some tunas this evening or something. Thought about trying to hit tunas on the way out, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, long story short, changing my tactics. I'm going to go try for queens again. You coming with me, buddy? About to plane out. Time to go. Holy crap. You guys have to see this sunrise. Whew. So close there. Look at that. It is going to be a beautiful day. Wow. Let's go fishing. Yeehaw! So I stopped to try to catch a tuna or two. We've got a gnarly storm where I wanted to go queen snapper fishing. So I figured I'd stop off and try and catch some sashimi. I had the drag really light, by the way. Just trolling a little squid skirt daisy chain. You'll see it when I bring it in. But that's what I was worried about, so I didn't want to head out to the queen snapper area. Trying to see what that storm's gonna do. Man, I love hearing that rod go. I grew up trolling. That sound is embedded in my brain until the day I die. It doesn't feel very big, but just in case. Well, I tell you, these humps out here are popular. I never seen nothing like it. It's right at 8 a.m. and there's 8 or 9 boats out here. Put it in neutral. Got a little bit of color. Looks like he's hooked good. I'm just gonna swing him in. Little daisy chain there. Little squid skirt daisy chain. We've got some sushi. Woo! My family's coming in town. My family's coming in town later this week, so I'd love to have some fish for them. Let's see if we can hook another. A lot of weeds around, so I'm having to make sure my lines are clear. Woo! Fish on! Is it a tuna or a mahi? Little mahi jumping. Not the one I want, a little baby one. He's actually not that bad. Actually, not a terrible fish. No, nice way to hold these things when they're alive. All right, legal? Yeah, all day. Oh my gosh. I caught a flying fish. That is, I don't even know what to say. What a beautiful creature. Look at that. How cool. Probably use them for bait, but I don't need to. Woo! Sorry, buddy. See if he'll swim away. He swam off. I could surely use that as bait, but I wouldn't catch anything with it that big. That was super cool. I've never caught a flying fish. Has anyone ever caught a flying fish? Rod and reel? I didn't even know that was a thing. I've already caught more fish today than I've caught all day yesterday, so see, it's a good start. I normally would gut these, but I'm not going to do it because everyone's around here fishing and it's just going to make shark problems. So I'll gut them later somewhere else. So that storm's coming at us. I'm gonna run on the radar behind it, looks clear. So I'm gonna try and punch through it because it's inevitably, gonna be coming this way. So I'm just gonna try and get around it now before it does. Fish on! I tell you what, that sound will get your heart pumping. I had Hollywood drag on because this fish doesn't feel very big now. Because I'm by myself, I'm gonna leave one motor in gear. Just keep a little tension on it. I think the porpoise may be chasing it. Ah! I think a porpoise just ate it. Yeah, a porpoise grabbed it for sure. Let me just get my fish. Oh man, look at where the porpoise grabbed it. Just pre-tenderized it. I don't even know if that meat's gonna be any good. It's all mushy. Dang it. I never had that. I don't have that issue in Key West, the porpoise grabbing stuff. Well, that's a bummer. Have to get on them this time so the dolphins don't eat them. I still can't believe that. I never had a dolphin eat anything. Whew. About ready for that electric reel. My arms are tired. This one feels really small. But I will take them. Coming over. Blackfin tuna. Man, they love these little daisy chains. I think that's enough. We've got 3, one chewed up like dog food, but 2 good ones. I think we're gonna mix it up, go try for them queen snapper. All right, so I'm gonna switch it up and I'm gonna go back after the queens. It's a little after 10 a.m. Got distracted with the tunas there. But I'm gonna just grind, try some new spots, try some new rigs. This may be the end of the fishing segment if I don't find any. But if something cool happens or I do find the queen snapper, I will turn the camera back on. I'll see you in a bit. I don't know if you can see the smoke. I just hooked something. I'm in 600 feet of water. I had my line 40 feet off the bottom and something ate it speed, like I don't even know what to guess it was. And it just peeled out another 600 feet of line in like a minute. And this reel is actually smoking. I don't even know what to do. It's 100 pound. Whatever it is very, very large. I'm about to lose all of my braid. I'm trying to get this one up so I can chase it. Maybe a giant tuna. I can't think of anything that would swim that fast. That it didn't do like big head digs like a shark would, like dead weight. It just 100 mile an hour, like when you hook a wahoo or a giant yellowfin or something. It just didn't stop. And it's still not stopping. This reel's done. I'm gonna try and fight it and see what it is. The reel is smoking, literally. I don't know, this is probably a fool's errand. Well, I give up. The queen snapper win. I only caught one, I think it's like a banded rudderfish or lesser amberjack. I can't tell the difference. It's the only thing I caught. One little banded rudderfish. There's something I don't know about queen snapper, or I just stink at finding them. Turned out to be a beautiful day. I'm done out here. Gonna head back, get yesterday's queen snapper cleaned up. We're gonna have some dinner. All right. We have our one lonely queen snapper. I wish it had a friend, but I can't complain. Caught one my first day trying. So let's dig into this thing. I've never filleted one. I imagine it's pretty straightforward, like a snapper. Huge scales. Ooh, it feels very soft and delicate. I'm always going to start down the backbone. Somewhere by the dorsal on most fish, depending on the fish, but most fish is going to be the same routine. Down through the backbone. Oh, it looks pretty. I ain't gonna lie. I always cut through somewhere about halfway back, like that, and then take my serrated and go right up. Look at that. That's pretty easy, actually. Do the other side. Once I get right there-ish to the backbone, shoot across, and you can just feel your knife. Once you get good at it, your knife is an extension of your hand. You can feel what it's hitting. Going across that backbone. I like my serrated. Come up. And I couldn't imagine catching a 20-pound one of these. I mean, for the size of the fish, the fillet is huge. Like, the yield on these is amazing. I scrubbed the table for all you germaphobes out there. I know you're freaking out. I scrubbed the table. It's ugly, but it's clean. It's been sterilized. Take those ribs out. Feel where the pin bones are. Wow, look at that. Big flakes. Not much bloodline. I kind of assumed it was going to have more bloodline. But a beautiful, beautiful meat. Color of a snapper, but big, thick fillets. And that's what we're having for dinner. And I'm going to put this, I always get salt water and ice. Never put fresh water on your fillets. It breaks down the meat. So salt water, if you got access to it, salt water and ice. You have to put fresh water on it very briefly, dry it off after, and use cold water. The skin feels pretty thick. I wonder if you could eat the skin. It almost feels you may be able to. For my first one, I'm going straight forward, just fillet, but you might be able to. If anyone's out there has eaten the skin on a queen snapper, I'd be curious to know. It feels kind of thick to me, but it should be doable. Maybe just a little more chewy. You all right over there? It's time for some dinner. So I'm actually processing some of the fish. We got some family coming in. If you're wondering why we're in this big giant house by ourselves, got some family coming in later in the week. So we're getting some fish ready for them, making sure it's all good and fresh. Madeline is...
Looks like I'm murdering someone.
I know. What is going on over here?
So I've never cooked beets before, but I love them. One of our favorite dishes at my new joint is roasted beets and goat cheese. So that's what we're doing. And this really nice, like fabulous lady in the grocery store told me how to skin them super easily. So you boil them, and then you get 2 paper towels, and you just kind of like, just comes right off.
It scrapes right off, huh?
Yeah, instead of having to peel them, because it's not fun to try to peel them.
I've never seen a beet like not already cooked.
I know. I haven't really worked with them either. So They're
Pretty cool.
doing good.
So we've got beets and some mashed taters. Can't go wrong with mashed taters.
Yeah, I also didn't realize or didn't really think about it whenever I was picking out the sides. We have like 2 starches, but
Is a beet a starch?
I don't know. It's a root.
That's okay.
Usually, I try to teach Aaron the difference between vegetables and green vegetables.
See, I just go by colors. Like we already have like we're having mac and cheese. Like we already have yellow, so we can't have corn also.
Yeah, Aaron. No. Aaron will be like, "Oh, let's have mac and cheese and sweet potato fries." And I'm like, "Babe, those are 2 carbs."
That's okay. It's colors.
So-
You go by colors. As long as they're different colors, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is definitely a contrast of color.
Well, we've got beets, mashed potatoes. I'm gonna pack some of the mahi up in paper towels, but we are having that queen snapper. I'm excited. I've never had it. Looking forward to it. So if you're wondering why there's a giant bucket in the sink, I forgot the vacuum sealer, and I was gonna freeze some of this to send home with the family. They don't get a lot of fresh mahi up there. So we're gonna do some redneck vacuum sealing. You just fill the bucket with water.
That's so genius.
You've never seen this?
No. And I'm a redneck.
Fill a bucket with water and then just get it right to the edge. Squeezes all the air out.
What?
It's not airtight, obviously, but it's
Pretty freaking
better than
close.
just sticking it in the bag. So because this is a fish we've never tried, we like to just do it simple. You guys have seen us do this. If it's something new, salt, pepper, olive oil. We don't get real crazy with it. So that's what we're going to do.
It's beautiful.
I know, I'm excited. Everyone rants and raves about it. We'll see if it's worth 2 days of me pulling my hair out. Ooh, a little roasty toasty.
Yeah, very roasty.
We're gonna have to start traveling with our cast iron skillet. Just feels wrong. I actually thought about it before we left, but felt kind of weird packing a cast iron. Ooh, so now you just put goat cheese on it.
Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna roast it or broil it for a few more minutes, and it's gonna just marry and get all snuggly together. It's gonna be good.
Snuggly. We're going in. So
Yeah,
what did you do there?
So, boiled the beets for about 30-ish minutes. And then I just basically, just like potatoes, just poked them to see if they're soft. And then when they're soft, I did the skin thing with the paper towels. And then I broiled them for like, not even 10 minutes. But then at the very end, you add the cheese. And then it gets this little like crunchy. Ooh, yeah. And then we're going to
Crunchy edges.
do a little lemon juice.
Got some lemon on the camera. They actually did.
Oh.
Smell-o-vision. That should be... Oof. I think we're ready for dinner.
I think it is still really funny that I actually dropped the beet. Like literally on the floor.
You dropped the beet
Yeah.
right on the floor. Is it the one that I'm eating?
Probably. Actually, no. This is probably the one. It was the big one.
The big beet. You dropped the big beet?
I dropped the big beet. Babe, this is why I don't
Look
even
at
like
this.
I don't like to even go out to eat to dinner at restaurants because it's like we do it good here.
People at home are like, they made mashed potatoes.
Okay, well, mashed potatoes are.
I'm kidding. I love mashed potatoes.
No, I'm just saying, like, I like.
Mashed potatoes.
Mainly your
mashed potatoes are like salt of the food world. Like they go with everything.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna try the beets first.
Let's go beets. Are they super hot?
Oh my god, cooked in super fraction.
Did you?
Actually, we shouldn't probably eat and then talk because we're gonna have pink teeth.
It's okay. This isn't Hollywood. This is real life. I feel like it's gonna be hot.
No, it's not.
The colors are cool though.
Right? It's such a beautiful vegetable.
Wow.
Right?
You gotta try that.
It's pretty good. feel like I just need to like add a little bit of salt to the water when I boil it. That's probably get a little bit more flavor in the actual
Maybe,
meat.
but I mean, it's a beet. It tastes like a beet. It's supposed to taste like a beet.
Yeah.
Very beety.
Okay.
It's really good.
Right? Does it taste like the...
I mean, obviously the goat cheese helps, but if the beet was alone...
Oh yeah, I could eat this like by itself. Alright, let's go to the queen snapper.
I'm going in. First time.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
That's a strange sound.
Well...
Okay. Cooked okay.
Cooked beautifully.
It's in the middle of a bunch of things. I mean, it tastes like a snapper.
Like a meaty one.
It's a meaty snapper.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
Wow. Very good. You cooked it perfectly.
At least I cooked it right.
Yeah, definitely. The crunch is perfect. It still has the shiny glaze.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd go look for them for 2 days straight again, but
I was just about to say that. I was going to say, is it worth it?
it tastes like a yellow eye.
Mm.
Or any other good snappers.
Yeah.
The deep water snappers have just something different though, like it's different than a mangrove.
Yeah, I think mangroves are like...
It's just a different flavor. I don't think one's better than the other, it's different. And don't get me wrong, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked for 2 days, so it...
I didn't, so I think it's great because I didn't put any work into it.
But I'm thrilled that I caught my first.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it. I will definitely be back. I'd like to catch a big one.
Yeah. You're always good with stuff like that. Like if you have a fish you want to target, I'm like not even shocked whenever you land it at all.
I got lucky. But like honestly though, I caught one in 2 days.
You literally said someone that lives in Islamorada has never catches them.
Yeah, but that was just some guy.
Just some guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Well, I'm thrilled.
Look at that butter pool.
A little butter pool for the taters.
This is how you know I'm from Texas. It's just a whole bunch of butter.
I have to start putting goat cheese on the mashed potatoes too.
I did that in my eggs this morning.
You put mashed potatoes in your eggs?
No, goat cheese.
Oh.
Makes them like really creamy.
Well, that is all we have for this one, folks. We've got like 5 more days here. We're headed back out tomorrow. We were supposed to do some snook fishing, but we had some stuff come up. The gentleman I was supposed to go out with, unfortunately, had some priorities that come first. Completely understandable, things out of his control. So, stone crab season opened today, so I think we may go stone crabbing tomorrow. We're gonna
My favorite seafood.
We're gonna try to. We got some weather moving at the end of the week, so we're gonna try at least get 2 videos while we're up here, maybe 3. We'll see, but we're gonna enjoy the rest of our dinner. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening or morning or wherever you are. You have anything you want to share?
I don't. This is great.
All good. We will see you on the next one. Try these beets.
I don't want to smile because I don't.
They're not red.
No? They're good.